We are so goddamn back. Let's see, let's prepare this screen projector scene. There we go. And I can see everything. See? Nice. So we're finally in the chronoplast cave. It should be towards the ending of the actual game. We finally saw Mobius in the stony flesh. So I guess at the time this is like well, no, it wouldn't be the first one unless you play Blood Omen, but I don't think in Blood Omen he looks like this. He doesn't have I don't remember him having a hoodie like that well, like design and crafty, which I guess it goes with the times. Man, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? I was able to like get through here, like moving like a bunch of blocks again and going through the whole fucking thing. Hell yeah. I was just saying, this is our man Mobius, the time streamer. You don't know the time streamer though, Joe? Let's see, what the hell is this? I'm moving the clock, just like the time streamer. I'm the first one. Yes, no. I mean, of my generation. Nah, not my generation, my family, probably. That one guy that is like midlife crisis of 40s is gonna start a podcast talking about all the racist shit that went through the youth. And how I remember Harambe. How I was there. I was in the Cincinnati Zoo. I could have stopped the kid. But for just one hair of the fucking distance, I couldn't grab him. I could have saved Harambe. Yeah, they didn't know about getting OBS. For them, Laserdisc was the cool thing. It was like, look, I can put 5 CDs on the fucking stereo system of my car and I can switch between them using these buttons. You're like, wow, technology. You're telling me you don't have to pull the fucking disc out? You just put 5 in and your 5 favorite fucking discs. That's it. Is this? I don't even know what this is. I mean, I don't know, like, I haven't received a code so far of like, what's the time that I'm supposed to put in there. Unless, let's see. Which one is the hour? That's the minutes, right? Six o'clock is when I started thinking about streaming, so I just put like I did a leap of faith. That's all it is, Miles. It's a leap of faith. My Niva. They didn't know? Yeah. I mean, it was just one of like, oh, am I going up? Again? Maybe I can jump down here now? Looks dangerous, I don't know. Let's see. This, oh shit, that was a long jump. Light doesn't concern me. I'm no longer a creature of the night. Hey, a cube. I know what I must do. Can I constrict this fucking thing? Huh, didn't do anything. Maybe I had to do it the other way around. This is such a stupid ability. Like, I'm glad they got rid of it. This is the only game that I ever seen this fucking thing. This is fucking stupid. They could have did like we have like it's the PlayStation controller. Like I'm using the Switch now. Yeah, sure. Wow, the frame rate really takes a fucking hit with this sunlight particles. You got so many goddamn buttons on the fucking PlayStation controller. You're telling me that you couldn't use one to like activate this power? There we go. I mean, I'm guessing this is what it's supposed to be doing. Ah, shit. Do we know how to combine colors? Because I don't. I think it's red and blue. Makes purple? I'm not really sure. God damn. So we're talking about the importance of actually remembering stuff. Remember the Pink Floyd, the album? Which album? You know the concept? Actually, that's how it's called. Yeah, do you know the concept of the concept album? That's how I've been buying. Like ever since I got the fucking like the vinyl player, I started looking into concept albums and getting those. So I already got Pink Floyd, and I got David Bowie, Diamond Dogs, because they're concept albums. So it's a pretty cool, neat idea, but yeah, like it's a trip. What did it do? It did something. I'm guessing it opened this. Dio, oh no, but I was asking you, like, if you ever heard of that, like, fucking, to me it was news. I discovered that term, like a year ago, a year or two maybe. When I was in Japan, that's when I discovered it. Because this Japanese guy was, like, talking about it, and he seemed very friendly. He was trying to, like, practice English, I guess, but yeah, no, it was... Is this the fucking door? What the fuck? How do I get out of here, my N-word? This changed color completely. I'll explain a little bit, but... okay, okay, alright, shit, fuck, yeah, yes. Okay, yo, wait. Can we, like, do a Zelda? Yeah, that was fun, too. Okay. I had to turn the other one then. That was fun. I mean, I'm pretty like outgoing and friendly when I'm drunk, but well, not necessarily only when I'm drunk, but I can sense an enemy. I can hear him. I'm gonna start creeping. You don't hear that? Oh, okay, he's dead. Unless I take the rod of him, but yeah, like Justin was like, yeah, just like you can say this for like as a to say like cheers, that kind of stuff. She taught me a few Japanese words, and then I just started repeating that. So eventually, like Japanese were like, hey, yeah, because you're supposed to say kanpai. So I was just at some point I just started saying bansai, and it went from there. Leave me alone. Fuck. I've been here before. This could take months. Especially because there's no traps. Like, what the fuck am I? Fuck you, dude. I want my Reaver back. But yeah, like even sometimes I will like be screaming it on the streets and shit like that. But yeah, like people will notice and they were like, "Oh, such a charismatic tourist." Not like those Americans. I was not obnoxious at all, so don't worry. God damn, what the hell is this? So the concept album is basically an It's like literally like a fucking like a record album of like an artist makes that is designed to be I guess it used to be like that before. No, World War II is fine from what I saw on like on they really are trying because I don't know if you remember, but during COVID Japan was actually trying to get rid of most of the history regarding World War II, and they were trying not to teach it in schools and shit like that. They were trying to pass a law, but like the actual citizens of Japan started like going apeshit, saying like, what the fuck are you doing, we shouldn't be doing this, and like some people were supporting it, but overall the majority of people agree that it was like, no, just don't fuck with history, we don't want to be like fucking China, so like just leave it like that. And so it's pretty open, they like to discuss it. They go into a very like scientific look at the data kind of stuff. They don't really get emotional over the whole thing. Like if you start discussing particular like unique cases, they're like, oh yeah, that's pretty sad, but they focus on the numbers, on like the outcome of it, what the hell happened, shit like that, not necessarily what happened in it. but yeah, and you can see it also like on their stores and stuff, like because they have a good sense of humor. Very Mexicanese. I am so goddamn like disconnected with this shit that I'm like just like I'm trying to read a walkthrough at this point because I was like, what the hell are these red buttons that don't read? I know the fucking series and this doesn't mean anything to me. This does. This is supposed to be the fucking pillars. This shit, I don't know what the hell it is. So at that point I just gave up. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So that's why like sometimes I go quiet because I'm like trying to read this fucking thing and it's like, huh, I like talk at the same time. The red star is not the North Star, but I think I guess I just okay. I just oh fuck, that's gonna take forever. It's like a puzzle. I'm just doing a door. But anyway, yeah, an artist sometimes will say like that's why I said like vinyls seem to be like a cool idea, because sometimes musicians and shit will like try to do it according to the format. Since now you have Spotify and you download shit and whatever, you listen songs in any order that you fucking want. But at the time, even when CDs were coming out, there were some artists like David Bowie or even Queen at the time, I guess. I think Queen was old enough to see the CDs, but the point is that those you listen in order, basically. And a concept album is basically that, a fucking album that you can listen from beginning to end, and it technically tells you a story, or maybe the artist wants to transmit like a certain feeling, and that's how he recommends that you hear it. It's just like you could skip eventually, because that's what people do now, right? It's like you just skip to your favorite song, but to him, his message is like, you should listen, like this is an experience, you should listen to it from beginning to end without stopping. And that's why like it was cool, because even the transitions from the songs were designed to connect with the other one, and it's like it's a whole different kind of thing. And you might have noticed at some point certain songs that just like flow really well with the other, but yeah, that's basically what it is. That's why it says like, oh, Green Day also has a very cool one called, fuck, I can't remember, but is it Green Day? Yeah, I think it's Green Day, because it's the one that the American Idiot, I think that's the name of the fucking album. That one is designed to tell the story of like rebellious youth and whatever, and how they come across. He wasn't aware that he was biting a living bat. No. I didn't know. He thought it was dead. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? And where are my souls? Where are my souls? I turned up the game a little bit because I felt like it was too, like my voice was too strong for the game, I guess. Like I didn't do it correctly. Oh my god, there's fucking gears. Is this a Metal Gear reference? Long before its time. Oh, actually Metal Gear was already released when this came out. I mean, I don't know when I'm trying to absorb the fucking soul. I'm already at full force. Okay, no, not yet. How about now? My god. He's slowly coming in. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm gonna shotgun your face. There you go. Oh no! Ah! I make the combat look exploitable, shitty, even. I constructed his ass. It's supposed to be like a paralyzing effect, but it doesn't seem like it's doing much. I do hope the chat is fucking working. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Anyway, this year is not gonna be like last year. Don't worry, the streams are gonna be, I mean, I know I missed a few days, but it's gonna be consistent nonetheless. At most, it seems like this was like, last one was like 5 days ago, maybe. Is there symbols on the walls? Yeah, I know. I mean, I still have the camera pending, like the face cam, which I'm still debating if that it's even necessary. Oh fuck! Can't go back. I also got the fucking thing that I told you about, the mixer, which I was gonna try to figure out right now, but I was like, nope. If I try to do that right now, like when I want to stream, it's just gonna I'm gonna finish by like 12 a.m. or some shit. And I was like, well, I can't stream anymore. Fucked around all day with that fucking device. But that's gonna allow me to change my voice and like just play stupid overall, which is I'm an expert at that. But sometimes I feel like you are better at like you're more quick-witted than me. But maybe like only like naturally, like with other people. I feel like I'm a quick-wit when I'm with you. It's just like a synergy thing. It's like a Marvel synergy ability. I'm fucking I'm like I'm Venom and you're Spider-Man. Unless you want to be. No, I feel like you're more of a Spider-Man guy. Yeah, tag me in. Just I think I need to travel to the material realm. I don't see a way out. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, no, 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 no. Please tell me he's not alive. Okay. Can I climb this? This is not wood. This is not carb. I can't put my claws on it. Remember when I had claws? I can't Mario 64 jump this bitch. And clearly that's... Ooh! Yeah, that ability only lasted a while. I climbed like 4 shit. Oh my god. You're stupid shit. I'm guessing you like this stuff on a computer. God damn it. Dude, I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. If you see like... What the hell is this? Wait a minute. Are these blocks? Is this my way out? Oh my god, it is. I guess I need to push it. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of the game, fuck it, at this point, but you should remember that. That's the answer to any puzzle. Is there? Have you pushed the fucking block yet? Well, all right. I'm not trying to do that, Raziel. I'm trying. There we go. I hear you. There we go. We got it. I'm stuck. Look at me go. Raziel is probably a Charmander guy, because he will think that fire is his best option to kill vampires if he runs into any. The second closest will be Squirtle, just because he's a blue demon like him. And of course he's only gonna stick to the 150 original Pokemons because he's an old fuck. He's a boomer. He's not keeping with the youngsters. Yeah, Kane is just an asshole. Oh shit! He'll get the opposite. Man, the controller makes it seem like I hate vampires, because I'm gonna like try to do that thing. Oh, look at that. Is that a seesaw? Yeah. Just like Raziel. Oh shit. It's gonna be like, this is my new lieutenant, Raziel. Look at this new abomination. What I create, I can also destroy, boy. I'm actually excited about like me being able to change voices. It's so stupid. Like I remember on the last streams that I yeah, the wings is gonna just like, if you like fucking what was his name of the second Charmeleon, I guess. If he evolves, he's fucked. Charizard is gonna turn into a salamander. Oh shit, into a Dratini. Just a fucking snake without limbs. Charizard. that would go. I guess if you Google that shit, there's probably some fan art of like someone out there that already mixed the two together. Oh my god. Do I want to push that? The fuck are you doing? Why are you shooting down? Shoot straight. I'm guessing he's auto-aiming at an enemy that is down here. Yeah, can you... Oh, fuck. The classic, can you like, create... Raziel fucking... deep fake porn? Some nightmare fuel? Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Can I, like, stun him and then come out? This is a powerful... Why is he so fucking strong? What the hell is he doing? I guess he's immune? Everyone is making me their bitch right now. What the hell is going on? Like, did I lose my fucking Reaver? Did my Reaver got nerfed? How do I fight this asshole? Like, I can't kill him. Like, he's just out of the way. Like, look at him. He's the first fucking smart AI that I've encountered so far. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's super AI. Like 4 fingers and like 1,000,000 horns and like 5 wings. I hate you so much. Get the fuck out of here. I so want to kill that dude. Not what I was expecting. I'm gonna spam the fuck out of this. Ah, finally. Fucking guy, man. Okay, so this clearly I'm missing a block that I need to bring from somewhere. Probably the one that I pushed. Is there another one up there? God damn it, the enemy is gonna spawn again as soon as I go up. The camera is trying to force it down to like to make you look at the puzzle. So that's why like my whole fucking battle with that dude is just great. There we go. Let me see this picture while I walk down my stairs. Yeah, no, that's not at all what I was expecting. It was, I mean, you can tell them not to be realistic. You'd be like, hey, try to draw it not as realistic. You can say the style. You can say fuck, I will say Digimon style, some shit like that, or something that makes sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. To do a circle. Okay, I see it. It's a circle. I was trying to do something else. What? Wait. Which circle is this? I need to rotate this. Should I rotate it? I can't rotate. I don't think I need to overcomplicate myself. I'll just put them the best I fucking can. This one goes on the other corner. This goes up there. This goes in the lower corner. Or just like at this point, I like one thing that sucks about this game besides the only cool song obviously are the ones at the beginning and in the intro, but god damn if this music is not like shit. Wait a minute. Random shit? I don't know. I mean, if you're using, I don't know what you're using. You're probably using like, if it's ChatGPT or some shit like that, then like Copilot, I feel has more advanced skills when it comes to drawing. Okay. It seems these two are fucking... What the hell was that? I propel myself fucking forwards. I'm not turning it the right way. I need to get this shit. How do I do this? I never play. I didn't have a Rubik's Cube. So I'm terrible like at imagining dimensions. I think I still knew that need to do it one more way. Or be Hitler for the last few months before he killed himself. The Rubik's Cube, obviously. The Rubik's Cube, I can figure that shit out eventually. Like, just give me a month doing nothing but solving the fucking Rubik's Cube. Can I change the mustache in any way? Can I shave it off? I wanted to. He was dealt a bad card. Trying to make a good out of a situation. Let's see. I need help. I need a help of the magic geometry gods. Let me try it with this one. Maybe I'll figure this one out. It also didn't work. This one goes here. What do you mean make the picture? I'm making it. This is what I'm making. But this one needs to... this one... Let's start with the easy one. This one has to come over here, but I have to like turn it. But Raziel hasn't unlocked that ability in this game yet, so I gotta flip it until somehow the image works. That's why I said I suck at Ruby. I don't even know if it's possible. Let's see. I guess we do that. Is it the same way? Did I leave it in the same way? Hell yeah. It's not working. Brain shutting off. Jacking off. Let's see. Just have to do it again, right? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My brain was not braining. I wasn't brainiac. That doesn't look right. Oh shit. Wait, I was looking at the floor. Okay, this... that one is flipped as well. This is what's gonna take up the whole fucking stream. You son of a bitch. That one is fine. This one goes... Fuck out of here. This goes here. But I had to turn it. So it should be... that way, yes. My geometry skills are improving. They're getting better. There we go. You hear that? You hear the cue of the song saying like, "Oh my god." Why would he solve it? Oh shit, this one also has to turn. You were good at puzzles. What's the hardest game that you remember being like hardest like for you when it came to puzzles? Because I mean you defeated Zelda and Majora's Mask as well, like I'm assuming pretty easily. I haven't heard stories of people saying like I played the fucking game for like 10 years and on the 8th year is when I discovered that you could like travel in time back to being a kid, and I was like, dude, come on. You can't possibly be that fucking stupid. Like people tell you, it's not like an obscure thing. It's like people actually like fucking mention like, hey, you should do this, especially Navi and like other characters. Maybe some other characters will be like, yeah, I wonder how you should do this. You might want to try this, but not without stating the fucking fact. Just saying like, maybe I've heard rumors of some shit happening at the temple. Fucking finally. God damn. We made it. Is Kane over here? DK64 was kind of hardish, but not the puzzles. It was just because it was a huge collectathon. There was so many switching. It required a lot of hours. But I do remember being so fucking hyped of the final boss fight. Should I climb down? Ah! What was that song? Fuck you. This is now officially Soul Reaver Black Ops Edition. Oh! Oh, yes, I just beat it actually, Jet Force Gemini. Because I was so fucking nostalgic for it. I spent maybe like a whole week around Christmas. Oh shit. Just beating the fucking game. No, it was super cool. I remember that fucking that game. I really have a attachment to it because it was so fucking fun. It has so many modes. It had dismemberment that was like cool. It's technically Doom in like a cartoony way. Fucking awesome. And it's weird that you can be so cruel with the fucking the teddy bears that you're supposed to save. But I like that their AI was like fucked. Like sometimes they will just run. Like they were running away from the enemies, and the enemies will they had like a specific kind of ant that will like chase them. And the saddest things was the fucking kids, because the kids will get excited when they see you because you come to rescue them, and they will just do a fucking beeline towards you, and sometimes they will get caught in the fucking crossfire and their fucking head will just like roll over in the floor, and you're like, god damn. I like a kid with a fucking pacifier on his mouth and everything. It was like a baby. Fucking Rare was like, it was the shit back then. I don't know what the fuck they're doing now. I think the last thing that I remember is that they were doing Kinect games, and then after that they made a game called something Ghoulies that sucked. But yeah, it was terrible. Okay, we have a button. We have the Squid Games, a gate. Can I turn this? A collection. I don't remember seeing a collection, and I wouldn't say that counts. I mean, Nuts and Bolts was after the Ghoulies game, so... Is it really turning? Oh shit, it is turning. Maybe there's a code in here somewhere. Is there a code? What the hell is this? Does it do anything? But how do I know it's in the right position? Okay, I see symbols here. So the Squid Games is in the pie section. The Squid Games were over here, right? Nope. Wait. Was that the pie? No, that's not the pie. Squid Games. But how do I know where is it pointing at? I guess... Oh, right. The fucking door. So a tier list, you said. Okay, I activated by accident. Was that it? Yes, for Rare, like if you go like 3D only and not like 2D stuff, I think Banjo-Tooie is way above Banjo-Kazooie, but just because of the fucking scale and how like massive it is and how it just improved on everything that the first one did. But Banjo-Kazooie technically is kind of like the perfect game. It has enough secrets to keep you entertained even after you beat it, and it has the perfect length. It's not too long, not too short, not too long crazy like fucking Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is fucking weird, and it overplayed it with the amount of fucking characters. They could have get if they gotten rid of like fucking Chunky Kong and possibly Lanky Kong. That's all you needed. Like Donkey Kong is strong already, and Lanky Kong was just like fucking traversal shit that anyone else could have filled that role. So Avenger stream, yeah, because I finished Banjo-Kazooie, but I haven't finished. I just started like Banjo-Tooie just to see the beginning cutscene because I think it's hilarious, and how the fucking Goggles just dies. No one gives a shit, but you hide it from his family is like cool. But that's as far as I went. Oh my god, we got cheap viewers on Smash. I still can't find a way to get rid of bots, but shut the fuck up. I think this is it. I think this is the ending. We have to pay attention. Look at this. This is the first time I've seen this. I just know what happens because Soul Reaver 2 did it again on high res.
My arrival in this miserable age. What trickery is this?
It is no illusion, Raziel, but a glimpse into the currents of time itself.
Oh, that is cool. He basically saw himself at the beginning of the game. This is what Kane will like go through, and that's how he knew like shit was happening. It's a cool effect. Wait, what?
My arrival in this miserable age.
I'm stuck in a time loop.
What trickery is this?
Dormammu, I come to bargain. How do I skip this? Because I lost track of time. Yes. Oh, the OG effect on the portal? Yeah, I'm gonna do it until... Oh shit. There's more. Oh, it looks kind of the same. It's just a little bit more pixelated, but it's the same. Like, I'm gonna leave it like that until it switches. But yeah, it's making you like... It's cool. I mean, through gameplay, they're just explaining your shit.
These torment me. Has this all been foretold?
Oh man, like I'm already like a little bit of cum is dripping. Just because of like, I'm already expecting the fucking monologues in Soul Reaver 2. Let's see. This game is a close second, man. Like, sometimes people ask me like, hey, what is your favorite fucking franchise? your favorite franchise or whatever, and like, I'm always tended to say Metal Gear, but then I look at my ring as well, and that's one of the reasons that I was like, well, Zelda is also like pop my cherry, as well as Mario, but when it comes to franchise, like a consistent franchise that hasn't let me down, is like, yeah, it's probably Metal Gear, but then it's also Devil May Cry, so... Oh shit. He didn't say that. That is cool. I mean, he didn't say that on this instance when I discovered the Tomb of the Sarafan, which is implying multiple runs. Interesting. This it's significant that in the first one you can't technically see it. Now that it has more detail, it's kind of like a spoiler-ish. The HD beard, yeah. Doma.
My mind reels with conflict. Does Cain await me moments from now? Or in some century yet to come?
It's interesting because this could be interpreted like yeah, like as both, technically. That could be any confrontation that takes place into the future. At the same time, it's probably, now that I think about it, it's probably meant to be the one that is coming up. It can be that it, because I think they changed the story during the development of this one to accommodate for the second one. Because in this one, you were supposed to kill Cain and get the Red Reaver and save the human race. And then it kind of will play the same way into the second one. Oh shit, this is a huge fucking spoiler.
This cannot be. What madness does this scene portend? Cain must think me credulous to suffer these lies.
It depends on the studio. I mean, remember there was this... I'm trying to remember what game was it. But whenever you hear that a certain developer lost the source code for a particular game, or that maybe the particular system, like any game from the PS3 era, yeah, that was the Balance Guardian, the ghost of the Balance Guardian, and we fucking killed her and got a White River. So that is cool, because that's not something that they reference at all during Soul Reaver 2. That's something that they reference, and they go back to this until Defiance. So they already, like I said, they already knew where the story was going. It was just a little bit different, mainly when, like, what was happening or what was Cain doing. But in this game, he was supposed to die. And then there will be an explanation for that and all that bullshit. But the story would technically be the same, but budget constraints, they did this. That's why you technically don't kill them here. But yeah, like most of the time, yeah, they don't start from zero. It's just textures and like balancing and stuff like that. But you don't start from zero unless they lose the source code or the particular engine is too like outdated and they can't really port anything.
Conjuration of my mind, or an echo of future events.
That's the Red Reaver. After it absorbs Cain's soul, it turns red. I mean, this PlayStation 1 is like, is technically like is still a coding code that technically is still used today, just like in a revamped format, so that's fine. The reason that I mentioned like games from the PS3 era, like Xbox games are fine, but any exclusives from the PS3, they were designed in a very fucking weird way, thanks to the cells, which were really powerful, and once people got the hang of it, they managed to create beautiful games. But most people, the general consensus from developers is that it sucked. It was like, no, it's really hard to develop for. It's nothing like what was normal at the time, which was like the Xbox and the Wii and all that stuff, where we're using like more well-known systems and engines and coding. So yeah, it was like exclusive suck and shit like that. And so those games, those are the ones that are hard to remaster, as far as I'm aware. That's why you pay attention whenever those developers say like, oh, I want to like remaster like the latest one that I heard so far was Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion 4. That was a thing where they were like, part of this, the source code was missing, so it was like, yeah, we were thinking about remastering, but we'll see. And I think it's like, at last I heard, it was last year that it was rumored to be remastered. Oh, this looks cool. It almost looks like a face, like the icon of sin. I don't think so, it's a face.
In your progress, I imagined you'd be here sooner. Did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
I know this by memory.
Ordered me into the abyss.
Because this is the intro of Soul Reaver 2, but it's in a FMB video.
In your ability to hate, in your self-righteous indignation.
Self-righteous.
Cannot have foreseen all of this. Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
No.
Stole into this chamber centuries ago. I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths.
I like that line.
This is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kid. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion.
I have been to the tomb of Seraphan Cain. Your dirty secret is exposed.
I need a smoke.
How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire?
A Seraphim priest. That's so stupid.
One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Northgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends...
Yeah, because technically you have amnesia, but your passion is still there.
Clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Cain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Cain. Apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
Destiny is a game, is it not? And now, you await my latest move.
Big worse. Where is he? Where is he? Ah! I guess I need to Reaver. Ah, fuck. I got my Reaver back somehow. This is new. But yeah. No, I know what it is, but I mean, like in the original boss fight, I don't think this was supposed to happen because, again, you were supposed to kill him. Ah! How am I supposed to dodge this? You got me in the ass. I think I can, like, yeah, that's the point. Okay. That thing on the middle, like, heals me. Can use Hydro Pump and it's super effective. But I mean, yeah, Raziel is being disingenuous. It's like he fucking knows that the Sarafan were not as pure as they're portrayed. Fuck! How do I get up there? I guess. Nope, it didn't fucking twist. It didn't twist it! Let's see. I guess I had to do a long jump. There we go. I'm gonna grab his soul and twist it, yes. My god, I'm there. I was there. I twisted his soul. The old soul twist.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Which I think you haven't seen the twist. The plot twist that he's talking about. I hope that it blows your mind when we get there.
Once you cross this threshold, you are beyond my influence.
It looks like you have a Soul Reaver too.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer,
Spoiler.
Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
He's calling you a pawn right to your fucking face.
Where time is but a loop, a loose stitch in the universal cloth. A streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip, and plunge the fate of planets into chaos.
This particular paragraph always bothered me because it kind of like murkies the water for like Mobius intentions. It's kind of weird. I would have been pissed, man. Like if I played this fucking game when it came out and I saw this, it's like it's worse than fucking Halo 2. I think it was the bad one. I need a weapon. No, that's not the cinema. But it just says like, yeah, we're gonna take the fight back. We're gonna get the Covenant back their bomb and shit. And just roll credits. It's like, damn. I like this. This is very reminiscent of Blood Omen. Blood Omen in the menu had a lot of this, like statues that will move their faces. It's pretty fucking cool. Let's go to the launcher. We are gonna see now Soul Reaver 2. And it's gonna be great because we're gonna see what we saw already. But in a more fancy format. You'll see what I mean. I mean, I'm guessing you've seen this particular like cinema, which is basically the same that we just saw, but language. Holy shit. Oh my god, I didn't know they were translated. I wonder how the fucking sound. Like, I'm curious about Spanish. A little bit of Japanese as well, possibly German. I need to go back to that because you could probably like look at the special bonus features or some shit and like change the language there. But I didn't know that like it was the first time that I saw like games getting translated was like on the 360 era. That's when I started hearing like Gears of War and Halo, that kind of stuff. Like, if you had like your language set like on your console to something else, it would sound like that. That's the only time that I remember that happening. So I'm surprised that this shit's even a thing. I still don't believe it actually until I see it. Like, I think they're just gonna change the subtitles and not the actual voice acting. Man, this is the game that I have nostalgia for. I'm looking forward to it.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder?
They didn't
Did it trouble you?
They didn't update this. It still looks 720, I think.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
They just left it as is.
Stole into this chamber centuries ago. I did not fathom the true power of knowledge.
This blew my fucking mind back then.
To know
I was used to FMV videos, but
its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined.
I think this is the only cinema that you see in this game. After that, it's all in-game, in-engine.
Fate has written
This is the only render cutscene.
free will is an illusion.
Mostly because this is what they would use for promotional material.
How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire? How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Look at that!
Who better to serve me than those whose passion
I could see the transitions because in my old ass TVs from the 90s I couldn't see it, but in here I can see it.
From the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open.
Which looks like shit when you can see it. You're not supposed to see it.
In the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
The karate sounds.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic?
Which is amazing. It fits. It fits. Now the dialogue fits the body language.
Their agenda was the same as ours.
And they built it in a way that made sense. Like they're fighting and talking. That effect is ripped from the fucking the gate. The Stargate.
Or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Fucking Reaver look amazing, man. Very ethereal. No Elder God warning. That was. They didn't want to like overextend it. That was fucking cool.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
I know you, old fart. All father of speed.
Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt?
Very well, you all.
Look at those ears.
If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
No, the ear graphics were really like something that I will look a lot.
This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Yeah, because right now she's pretending to be the Oracle, technically.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
Ah, you two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel.
So we're pre-Blood Omen 1 era.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Cain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid.
That's Borador in the back.
This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
Yeah, that was the intro of Blood Omen 1. Also a full motion video.
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you?
He was human, then he was turned vampire. But it is one of the oldest vampires. And I think he was the first human to become a vampire.
But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Cain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Cain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain...
Dude, it looks so different. I thought that was the original graphics. That's how it looked in my mind, but I guess this is how it looks. Which I still... Now I remember.
Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
That should have been your fucking signal to be like, this guy doesn't give a fuck and is super evil, but...
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time streaming chamber.
This is what I love.
It's identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Because that's something that he doesn't do on the first one, like, but in here, like, it's not every room, but every significant room, if there's a fucking painting or something, whatever, a fucking cutscene is gonna trigger him. Resto is gonna be like, what the fuck is this? And he's gonna start explaining, like, his reasoning behind the shit. I'm trying to remember because... Oh, you can block on this fucking game, right? You can crawl. You can aim. There's a map? Yeah, that wasn't part of the original. Oh, they finally gave voice acting to the sounds. Yeah, this is a game where, like, if you get hit, this is where we arrive from the time stream. It looks so cool. I'm loving this. Let's see. Let's just get out of here. Since I don't know how to get the Reaver out, because I'm distinctly remember being the right button. Let's grab this. That is the sign of the Reaver, the Sunlight Reaver. So this is a forge. Eventually those turn on and you can like change the element of your Reaver. I remember this song. Taste my blood, vampire. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got actual combat now. Let me know if the volume is too, like, loud for anything in particular. Look at that, that fucking guy doesn't see me. I'm gonna juggle your ass. Yeah, it got loud, right? I could like hear it as well. I was like, God damn, what the hell? You never lower the speech. These doors, I love how he doesn't like really open them all the way. He just squirms through. Well, the big doors, not this one, but let's see. Let's see if we can do the same one as the other. I'm gonna juggle your ass. You can like decapitate him if I remember right. Got his head off. Yeah, the juggle physics. Die, fiend! How do you throw this? I like this, just because it sounds so fucking brutal when you do this. I think I can't use the Reaver for whatever reason. Oh yeah, the staff. I mean, I guess it's still disabled.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Cain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
You see how he's like fucking like in love with his previous idea of persona. You see that? I did a fucking Kano on him. Like I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, this is a Seraphim. Like it doesn't change much. Ugh. I have fucking like claws. Why is it that I couldn't do that in the first game? Look at my health bar. It's the maximum amount of health that you can get in Soul Reaver 1. Yeah, that you're in the Seraphim stronghold on the beginning of Defiance. That's the first level, so that's why it keeps the same architecture, which is cool. They maintain consistency. You can see they've been killing vampires for a while. I think I'm trying to remember which way I came from. Did I really came from that fucking hallway? No, it was... Yeah, I came from here. Okay. I guess I need to use my... Nope, this hallway. This hallway's new. Yep, I need to use my powers. Look at that, it's slower. That's why I was surprised on Soul Reaver 1, because it's like so fast that you can't really appreciate like what's going on. This is how I remember the souls. They look like skulls now. The flying skulls. And like in Soul Reaver 1, the environment will twist and shift like only for puzzles and certain stuff. Now it always twists at least a little. So the world always looks like fucking eldritch and weird. That's why I said that I also love the comment about Kane, about how saying like all of this knowledge I haven't been able to like sustain it as a human. Because it takes a lot of inspiration in eldritch like literature. It's kind of weird because that kind of stuff is always the same. It's like, oh, it's like the cosmic horror of like your fucking mind can't understand it, so it just breaks and you go nuts.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Die, fiend.
Oh, I think it's one of those things was like if your health is not... Oh wow, she's like weaving. You saw that? 3 fucking claw strikes. Their input reading. They're inputting the fuck out of my controller. It's like I'm playing fucking like yeah. I guess I gotta kill everyone. Oh, I remember that. You can drop the fucking thing like without throwing it. Okay. I don't have to get the soul. I mean, they don't really... Why is it that I can't get the Reaver out? I got it out. Oh, look! I can fucking kick. I forgot about that. I experimented in karate over a millennium ago. Remember, I have a laggy right controller, which makes me fail more often than not. Can I open this? Let's just open this. I don't think I have to kill everyone. Well, I got the Reaver out.
Stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step.
This is great.
So this was the tomb of
I can't talk as much with this fucking stream. This is just like me being said like, yep, this was good.
Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kane's journey as a fledgling vampire. How Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth.
He killed William the Just, the noble king, and angered the fucking humans.
Itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kane. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kane shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me.
He's supposed to be made of the same material as the pillars, so yeah, it should be indestructible.
And binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I
Me too, Raziel.
felt the presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host. And just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
I thought that he knows all this, but well.
Mobius, is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kane who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kane laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
They're making it a point that Mobius is fucking scared.
I beg you to stay your
Which makes sense later.
This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kane, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius.
Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I assure you.
Now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Now my health. Fuck. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. He closed the door, right? Moby's just fucking smart. Why you wanna back up? Oh.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most
Oh fuck. Janos.
vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully.
Yeah, it was that Reaver was from William the Just, not Kane's.
But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
It's a time thing. Obviously, there's not two blades just running around. It's the same fucking blade. It's just different times, different things. Kind of like what Kane and I are doing. It's like we're traveling to times where technically we are present, but fuck you. Yeah, we got Kane with no weapon. Technically. I mean, he could pick up any other fucking Reaver from like any other time that doesn't interfere with the timeline itself. But yes. Right now there's no Reaver that Kane can like grab and like use.
Strange how my history came full circle.
Oh, this is the location for Soul Reaver 1. Okay.
Was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades.
It's fucking Prince Charming.
It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become.
Look at that chin.
Profound sense of
That's why he lost it.
of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Cain and destroy him.
But you see what I mean? He's like putting expectations of what a Sarafan is into his.
Die, fiend! Die, fiend!
You see that bar with the health bar? If it goes for a circle, it turns red and it starts like draining your health. Oh, the statue didn't change. But yeah, this is where your these are the bosses that I defeated on the first game. That's Zephon. I don't know why Duma has the fucking like image of the guy from Gargoyles on the back, but all right. And here you go, Melkaya and Rahab the fishman. Turel, we didn't see him. He's AWOL. This is running in circles. I don't remember. I didn't remember that you can like glide. Well, not necessarily glide. You can always glide like this, but now you technically float. Like your fall is like you break wind a little bit. I need to patch this game eventually, like before the next stream, because I heard that there was some issues in there, and they released a patch. I haven't patched it yet. It's a manual process. Oop. Is it the right way? It seems like it could be the right way. Yep, we're out.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than
Yeah, he didn't know any of this.
a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Cain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Which is weird, because I mean that's what Cain was saying, is like he knows that Raziel has developed this very self-righteous fucking attitude, but only in recent events. Like he used to be as fucking bloodthirsty and conqueror as him when he was a vampire. I don't know, like you the player don't know it, so you kind of tend to support him on his like vision. Like, yeah, obviously they're the bad guys, they're fucking vampires, and we humans love green and water, right? So it should be fine. But no, like that's only because we don't know like Raziel's history, I guess, unless you read the manual of the first game, which is what I meant. Whoop! Oh, almost jumped like a fucking.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Basically, if you die, you go into the Wheel of Fate, and then you see the beacon kind of like as a lighthouse, and you respawn here. Which is a nice explanation, besides you just revive. I like it when games try to make it the save point, or like certain mechanics, they try to make it make sense in the game's world. There's another... you see there's a door there for this... I need the River of the Daylight, the Sun River or whatever. There's forges all around, so like there's some backtracking involved in this game, but I do remember that the puzzles were not like, they were not super crazy. Let's see. This could be a fucking level in a Halo game. Oh, look at that. I think that's a save point. I don't remember if you can like yeah, I don't remember there being any more cubes in this game. Like maybe, because yeah, I think you can rotate shit. Oop.
These These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
I guess it was because memory cards were really a thing. I mean, even the first one had it, but I don't know, it was just they were trying to make it more interactive, I guess. Did I press the wrong button? Because the first game you just pause, save, that's it. But yeah, like it has that aesthetic, right, of like a Halo. You can see a fucking Warhawk just driving through here. You stupid human!
While I had only just escaped
Whoop 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 whoop.
I sensed that
What the laws?
journey would return me full
Pozole.
to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however,
Whoop 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 whoop.
my feet.
Okay, I'll shut
The
up.
balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had
You see what he's doing?
their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
He's basically like putting you at ease. It's like, you remember that fucking door with the crystal that you didn't open because we don't know how to fucking open because we don't know what the crystal is? Once we figure it out, we can open this, we can go back to where we were, and like basically telling you like, yeah, we should like backtrack at some point. Once you have the ability.
Prepare to die.
How much fucking health do you have? Damn it, lady. I'm about to die. Let's see.
There's one.
I got her.
Prepare to die.
Oh man, that was nasty. Yeah, you have to do like a few hits with the river and then like control yourself. If you do the final hit with the river, then you're fucked. And it absorbs the soul automatically. Oh shit, he's shooting shit. Can I use the gun? Like if I kill him? I don't remember if you can use a gun. I guess not. We're gonna reach the pillars. And we're gonna see Kane. I just want to reach the first like temple. The forest temple. Actually, fuck you guys. I don't even know what I'm fighting you. You're not part of a puzzle. Like, I know I love fighting as much as the next dude, but this is not Devil May Cry. Oh. Oh. Ah. Watch me leap as a vampire. I hate that fucking game about vampires that became basically a tournament fighter got me excited for an actual vampire game, and it turned out it was just a fucking Overwatch clone. I don't even remember if it came out, or if it was like, if it was good, or if it's still like in development or shit. Oh, you got dogs with you? What the hell is this? They put like a blade on top of a dog? That vampire game is really cool because it was really reminiscent of this because of just how the guy was like monologuing all the fucking time. I want to play it, but it's still there. I just haven't played it. Like if it's and it felt like, yeah, it felt like it was a good game to stream. And I liked the whole thing about communities because there was like 4 or 5 different cities and I just reached the first one. But it will give you like a tree of like who was the leader of that particular resistance and who was their doctor, their friends and stuff, and you would befriend all of them, but they were giving you the map so that it was like, yeah, this is like the people that you can get away with killing before the fucking group starts to crumble and they start disbanding and they just leave or they get sick and they die. You could in theory be a fucking monster and kill communities as a whole, like every community that you come across, or you could befriend everyone and just kill the ones that annoy you, that kind of stuff. Ah, son of a fucking dog. Arr. Is there something there besides the checkpoint? He got aroused. Vampire, yeah. It was John Vampire. That was his name. What the hell is that? Well, we're going northwest. I was kidding, but his name is actually John. I don't remember his last name, but it was John the Ripper. Possible relation. Ha! 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 Ha!
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kane's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era,
Jackals.
vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
You see, he's not as dumb as he like this. Like he notices shit. It's like, dude, this is. Ah, fuck. Like, you're just not like. It looks brutal. It looks like they're running away. My fucking fists are like way better than any weapon. Because they're just so fast. I just didn't know this as a kid, so I will always grab a weapon and have a hard time. 2 arms! I think at some point you start like losing health. I mean in the story, like you start getting weaker just by existing. And you have to like... Oh, I have to hold it. You have to like keep fighting to a sense. Oh, it is happening right now. Look at my health. I think it's draining little by little. Like it's very slow, but it's there. That animation is recycled a lot. You'll see it a lot.
Pristine.
To me, it looked like cigarettes.
Uncorrupted. I had never beheld
A fancy cigarette.
defiled state. Yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
It's been so long, like I'm enjoying these fucking cutscenes. Like I'm understanding way more now of like small details.
Mobius led me to you, Kane. Though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside,
Fucking Kane looks like the Thing
yourself into oblivion to
from
pursue
Fantastic Four. I don't know if I like the texture.
ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies.
Look at that.
His net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphor.
It's because of his chin, I think.
I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kane? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end.
Oh, brother.
of the story, however.
You don't understand, man.
Crude and ill-conceived.
I read the game facts, the FAQ.
You and I.
Face me, Kane. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel.
That was
All I ask is that you listen.
That's what I was gonna do.
Is the sublime moment,
This is as far as he knows, technically.
the ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen
Yeah, this is the beginning of the Blood Omen one.
these pillars.
Kane is not even born yet.
Your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me.
Yeah, no, Proctor is like
Assassination
Charles Xavier.
expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy I showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Cain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that.
Yeah, because he was the last vampire.
On the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Cain.
He's telling the truth,
Adoption.
but
A monumental
not well.
hidden from your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Cain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
He lands on his edge. What do you mean it's hard to follow? What do you get? Oh, this is great. Look at that. It just goes and goes and goes. And it's the same way the other way around. You never see the ending of the pillars. You never see the edge. Yeah, and a Proctor was Ariel's like lover. But yeah, he was like, it's amazing that he was like Charles Xavier. Like he was a psychic, and the moment that he became mad with grief, it technically tainted all of the other guardians. Not that he will it's kind of like it's debated if it actually like affected their behavior, I like to think that it didn't. But yeah, I know what you mean. I'm mesmerized as well. But unless you mean like when you turned your brain off, then that's different. I'm mesmerized in a good way. But yeah,
know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Cain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Cain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
oh, this is cool. That's the only hint that you're giving, obviously, but that is there. But let's look at the wall. Nice. I think Ariel is not here, probably. Yeah, that would be dumb. But yeah, and it's good though, because it's yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's good because he starts basically experimenting firsthand what Cain already knows. Cain can't really tell him like all at once all the truth, because he's just not gonna it's not gonna process for him. It's like the whole thing with like, oh, you used to be a Seraphan. He took it in a completely fucking different direction. It was like, oh, I was noble, you robbed me of that, and all that shit. He starts discovering, like, he just discovers new feelings, I guess. Oh my god, I'm fucking hungry. It's a buffet. So that's why he can't do it. He has to discover it. That's why he said that you have to discover it by itself. Everything is here. Just go out and explore it, and we'll meet up later. Because it's like a therapist. You can't really say all the solutions to your patients. You have to just guide them to find their own answers, and that's it. If you tell them, you kind of risk getting them fucked.
Interested in my presence here.
Or not believing you. Or blaming you if they ever get into shit. Ah, a demon.
This door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here.
But yeah, Cain knows what's up because of the chronoplast.
Cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
The chronoplast is the where we had the final fight, where
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation
thing that allowed him to see
that ancient door
past, present, and future.
crossed the threshold.
But even then, Cain is like, for as long as he lived, he only saw so much. It's not like Mobius, that is known as the fucking Time Lord, the Time Streamer. Like, he just has seen everything to the point of like he can see possible outcomes, not just the predestined stuff. Which goes against the notion of like, I mean, technically everything everything in the world of Soul Reaver is predestined. Can he die with the... Oh, he does die. Alright. I don't know what these fucking things are. I'm not in the spectral realm. That's the thing. There's technically... I don't believe there's any bosses in this game. There's a few that are like... thematic bosses, if you will. Pretty much the last part of the game is all bosses. I hear my name. Yeah, it's like OP regular bosses, and they're part of the story, so it's like all towards the end of the game, like I said. But like traditional big motherfucker bosses, no, I don't think there's anything like that. Actually, I'm sure of it. There's nothing like that.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes.
Which is great.
Surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber,
That's a pretty good fucking...
everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Cain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
That was a pretty good fucking guess of like the story that he like formed on the whole mural.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you.
Why, it's a Telltale game.
Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
There's no real choice to the player, but yeah, technically you're...
For a gift I didn't
Who do you believe?
bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Cain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Cain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid?
Giant squid.
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Cain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about
That
his
degenerate.
nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn.
Yeah, that's his whole thing, because vampires are immortal, and even when they die, their soul lingers the spectral realm, and they never go back to, quote-unquote, the wheel of fate.
The scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast. End the vampires.
I can't answer that question.
And restore Nosgoth. Cain's blood belongs on your hands.
Cain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Cain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse. And after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim.
A jealous whim.
Remember your rage, Raziel. Let him
Yeah, which is great. I mean, in the first game, yeah, technically you were driven by revenge all the fucking time. He was like, my clan, what did you do to my clan, degenerate? And then like just rage against his brothers. But in this game, he's more introspective. He starts like actually analyzing shit and being like, okay, this is what potentially happened. This is what is going on. He still thinks that the Elder God is the one that gave me this body, basically.
Destroy Cain.
But it's weird because I mean, you know, when he said like, yeah, you're beyond my reach after this point, he technically was like, if you pay attention on the first game, since you're like so way into the future, the Elder God, he can talk to you at any fucking point of the map because he grew to that fucking size. In here, it seems that he was only able to talk to you once you reach the pillars because he's directly underneath the pillars. And he's not as big. Like his tentacles are still reaching towards the pillars. This is the kind of like horror that fucking what was his name? That fucking H.P. Lovecraft couldn't describe, but I can describe it for you. It looks like a squid. Ooh! Can we go out here? Yep. Just have to like go into the material realm and swim. But yeah, the Elder God actually like grows as time goes on. And it's pretty clear from this that he's just it's just a parasite. I mean, that I guess is not a spoiler for you, but you figure that much. Vampires and Hilden. Yeah, vampires created the pillars. They created this whole room. The Elder God, yeah, the Elder God, you know. The Elder God is amazing, actually. As a character, he's fucking pretty great. It's like one of my favorite fucking villains next to Ocelot from Metal Gear. Such manipulative bastards, but you start to see how wise that it works and how they're like pulling the strings behind the scenes. And here is not very clear, just as Raziel is very confusing. But you're gonna start putting the pieces together once you see more of the game, which is great that you're seeing this firsthand. Man, these enemies are stupid. It also serves as a light source. So I think what we're supposed to get first is the moon. Forget about that, the moon is watching. We get the dark river first, then we go for the light river. It has to be, if I remember correctly, it has to be the night. Or dark, or whatever. This seems like I've been here. Hopefully not. No, I was referencing fucking Moon Knight because I love I've been playing Moon Knight in Marvel Rivals. So his fucking ultimate is always this, the moon is watching. The moon haunts you. That's what it is. Sometimes the moon is watching, the moon haunts you, the moon something. Oh fuck, I came back. I took the wrong turn in Albuquerque. Son of a bitch. Look at me, I'm dying. Yeah, that's what I like. This game is full of ambient music. The other game had ambient music as well, but it was very... I mean, I guess it fit the environment, but it was pretty fucking gloomy and like very like drum heavy. I do feel like the river looked better on the first game, but then I started to entertain the idea that maybe the reason that the Soul Reaver here looks technically weaker is because I just use it to, like in the previous scene, I basically used it to repair the Reaver, so like half of it is like sitting on the fucking physical river. Oh, shit. I went the wrong fucking way. I'm guessing that maybe there was a tunnel somewhere like in the bottom of the water, or there was another door that I didn't see somewhere in here. I just saw the tunnel that went to the set point, which is that. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I had to swim. Is there a door to the left of here? To the right? To the left, to the left, to the left. I think this heals me, that's why I'm doing it. Nope, it didn't fucking heal me, so you tell me he's gonna save like that? Ah, inverted controls. Yeah, there was probably that tunnel that I saw. That one with the crystals. I had to go down and then up. Look at me, I can swim like a fucking dolphin. Yeah, it's cool that they had the crystals to like show you what's up. I'm jumping. Dolphins are assholes. I know that they like they rape other dolphins and other fish and other stuff, but that's just because they look they behave and look a lot like humans, I guess. There was a wall here to close the gap, I guess, maybe. This is confusing. Oh yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. I forgot to tell you, yeah, I watched it as well. I thought it was pretty cool, like the whole, like, it was kind of slow at times, but once we got this fucking final 3 episodes, goddamn. And the fighting was cool. I did feel like they nerfed Alucard a little bit, but just so that could like so that could what was his name? It was Richter. Belmont, basically. He could have his own shot, his own thing. Yeah, Old Rocks was also cool. He was basically a fucking guy from Mexico. He was like, yeah, when those Spanish came, like, giving us fucking, like, mirrors and shit in exchange for gold, that was my signal to get the fuck out of there. Forgive him for... No. Nah, I can't. You can't fucking, like, forgive him. Kill his mother. There's no way. There's absolutely no fucking way. Besides, they never really interacted. I mean, yeah, sure, he saved them towards the end, but it was like it was a common enemy. That doesn't really count. I'm so lost. I need to switch to... Weep. Oh, this is a fat dude. He's so short. It's... Fuck you, Jeff. You hunt me. Just like the moon. What's up, witch? What are we doing tonight? This seems complicated. Yeah, most of this stuff I'm not gonna be using just yet. Where's the portal? Here's the portal. I just needed to like heal myself a little bit. I think I just need to keep going down, down, down the tunnel. I don't know. That's what I was telling everyone, that I do feel I feel sorry for the creators, because they were saying like, yeah, it used to be awesome. Now that like in the past, where you would like just release a series, and since it was like open television or it was cable or something like that, but something that you had to like actively tune in at a certain time slot, it was more clear to get metrics on how well your show was doing, like the ratings and stuff like that. But nowadays, since like anyone can stream whatever the fuck they want on any platform, or even like watch them online, shit like that, it's hard to kind of gauge like if your show is doing good. Since this is a Netflix original creation, the guy was like, yeah, I mean, for Netflix it kind of sucks, because the only thing that matters is not the overall views, but more so the engagement of the first week. Of the first week after release. So he was like, if you really like Castlevania, like try to watch it on the first week, like if you want to support us, because a lot of people, myself included, it was like I will get into that mentality. It was like, oh, this fucking show just showed up, and I liked the first one, I like the director, I like the creator and all that shit, and I want to support it, but I don't have time right now. Maybe I'll watch it next week, maybe I'll watch it on 2 weeks from now. You don't get that rush, that feeling of like I need to watch it because it's gone. No, it's there, ready for you whenever you want.
Discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Add it to the list. More rooms that we're gonna be able to open at some point. No, I think, remember, I don't know if you remember, I remember a bunch of like, did I just miss my fucking torch? She's walking here menacingly. No, I mean, yes, now Leon will be like a prequel. Leon, they already established she was the first one, so I don't think they're gonna go back. But what I was gonna say is that I don't know if you remember. How can you dodge that? Taste my blade, vampire. Give me your shit. Anyway, I keep interrupting myself, but what happened is that back when the first Castlevania came around, and Adi Sankar or whatever got the rights for, or got the green light to do a Devil May Cry series, he was asked if he was gonna do a crossover of some sort. He was like, is that something on your plans? He was like, yep, that's it, that's exactly what I want to do. But he was trying to like get the means of it. From the Devil May Cry, oh shit, Borador just looks at me with a smug face and is like,
my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him.
no, they don't necessarily have to do just cameos.
Reaching that terrace.
I mean, there's a bunch of Belmonts that take place in the current era, and the one that most people usually like is Soma. from Japan and shit like that, where Dracula is like sitting on the Dracula's castle is on the moon. The moon, so they could do that, but what I'm thinking that they could do is just do Devil May Cry and then move that to the new era and then have him meet a Belmont at some point. Well, release another Castlevania series that takes place in the modern era and have them meet Dante at some point and maybe help around, but not steal the spotlight. Because at the end of the day, it's still a Castlevania series. Fuck. Fucking lag. I'm down for it just because, like, at first I was kind of like hesitant on the whole thing, but just because I can't picture it. But then I started to play around a little bit. It was like maybe there's a few scenarios where it could work, but it's still jarring. But a good director can make it work, and the guy hasn't failed so far. So come over here. I want to like. Yeah, no, because I mean it's different. Castlevania and Devil May Cry, like Belmont and Dante, any Belmont, they have different personalities. Like if you have Bayonetta with Dante, it's basically the same fucking character twice. And I don't think that's interesting. It's like watching a Superman show with another guy that is also Superman and is also good. And don't you bring fucking that guy that what was his name? Any other fucking character that looks like Superman, but you know what I mean. But it's technically the same character, Bayo and Dante, so it's like I don't see good chemistry happening there. Like Bayonetta works in her own game because she's the only one that acts like that. Even the parallel rival that is fucking John, you might think she acts the same way, but she doesn't. It's like you might have certain traits that are similar, but kind of like Dante and Virgil, but they're not the same. Ooh. It's like Need for Speed. You don't want two Doms running around. You want just one Dom. One Dominic Toretto and that's it. You don't need two of them. At that point it's just overkill and it becomes stupid. You don't want two John Wicks running around like shooting shit. You had one that was blind, which was cool.
Here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Look at those ears. They're so mesmerized. Look at the frog. Can I pick the frog up? Let's get up there. But I never heard of a Bayonetta crossover. Like, not even as a rumor. Like, oh, it could possibly happen. No, never. Like the only reason that I'm even entertaining the whole. I have the Reaver. The Soul Reaver. I need to figure out my fucking device. I need to be able to change voices and shit. Huh. What do you mean we're back? Did we lose the stream or some shit? Let me check. Oh, okay. For how long? I guess it... Damn, it's been 2 hours? Yeah, because I just checked the app and it says that I've been streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes and then it showed me the next one. But it was just a monologue of him saying like, "Oh, yep, this is the same fucking symbols that I saw on the pillars. There's the door that only I can open." And we opened it. There's an undead soldier in here. A shield. Oh, this is where it became. The puzzles are no longer blocks, but it's a lot of this. Bring a ship over. The blue crown. Because you're a moderator, I think. I'm not sure actually, but probably. Oh man, I can't go through these bars. Now I can. Look at them fucking frogs. Come on, man, just stop fucking doing that. I wanna eat you. Look at my jaw. I'm missing my chat jaw. I don't know if you can ban people. Probably. I think moderators can do that, right? I don't know if I had to give you specific like specific permissions and shit like that, but maybe by default you will be able to. But here we go. Oh, she pays for Prime. Okay. It's prime time, bitch. That's one of Freddy Krueger's quotes. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Comes out of the TV and fucks that lady. Well, it seems I can't get over there. Not with the current fucking thing, so... We gotta figure out what we're gonna do. We gotta shoot the sunlight into there. We came from there. That's a forge. I'm not... It doesn't seem like I'm able to... Well, maybe I can try to open. I haven't tried opening it. Nope, of course not. Is this where I... Yeah, this is where... Okay. Just climb the walls in here. More exposition. This is what I love.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race.
Hello, witch. I know you gotta sleep. So don't worry. Have a good night.
These winged beings, it seemed, were not only
Tomorrow's gonna be cold.
but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Good night. Don't let the spirits of the dead haunt your sleep. I need a rod. I need a weapon. Master Chief says I need a weapon. Ah. Fuck. The moon haunts you. Oh. Fuck you, gladiator. Come on, give me your soul. What are you doing? Okay. Fucking controller, man. I pressed double B. B for bump. That makes sense on the Switch. But now, bye-bye. Is that another? Is the same mural? What the fuck? It almost happened again. I need to put the controllers closer to the fucking switch. Maybe there's too much interference. That crystal, clearly, it's a big deal. That's what's gonna forge my Reaver. We're gonna play the moon haunts me. What do we care about? You should pay attention to the moon. It is a fucking rock. I thought it was like a plate. Okay. It's the fucking moon, yeah. It's amazingly convenient that the fucking stream now is about this. Random bullshit, yeah. Yeah, I enjoy playing as Moon Knight. It's really... It can get pretty creative. And like, people don't expect you like on random shit on places. And Jocelyn always plays as the choking gagger, so I get the extra ability of being invisible. What the fuck? What the fuck? I guess this is not a way to go. Because you're just opening the... You're opening the door for the light to come through. Which we don't have. Or... There we go. What happens if I do it the other way? But yeah, you see on this game you can rotate shit. Because the other one has a gate, and if I go to the spectral realm, I'm not gonna be able to interact with any of the shit that is on the other side. Get away from me, freaks. The same technique kinda works. No, because it seems like that hit is not as powerful. But yeah, last time... Oh, okay, this is cool. Fucking 3, like, warped and shit. Last time we were talking about the importance of, like, good influences. How we discover that technically we are gamers because of our moms. Not necessarily because of us. They were the original gamers. So it is important. What kind of book, what kind of game, what you expose your kids to. As much as you think it might not be. Sometimes people overlook, I guess, also the bad shit. Getting exposed to too many fights, too many arguments. Too many people bending the rules and shit. That thing, yeah, like not sticking to the rating. To me, I feel like, yeah, it wouldn't be like a... They didn't actually also do that. I think I need to go into the spectral realm now. Did you play any of the Mortal Kombat, like the PS2 ones? I think I can like go all the way over there. Fuck. But at that point you were pretty old. The Mortal Kombat, like Deadly Alliance and Deception. Deception was particularly cool. when it had the conquest mode and all that adventure shit. I was like, I don't know why I'm like giving a shit with my claws. But the PS3, yeah, Grand Theft Auto, I think that was 2011 now? No, it wasn't 2011. It was 20, I want to say 14 maybe. 15 at the latest, but I can grab one of these torches. Finally, I have a torch. Yeah, those were great. Like, people think they're rough, but I don't know, I like them. Am I supposed to... Yeah, Ultimate was the cheap one when it came to mechanics. I think... Okay, the pillars can also be moved. Puzzle targets? So this is the only pillar that I can move? Strange, you can't move it. I'm not sure why is it that you can move this. Can't move it further away. That's as far as it goes. What the hell is that? Okay, nice. I guess my telekinesis is not enough. I need the Reaver projectile. If I project this particular shadow over here, it creates a tunnel. Nice. Hence why this is necessary. See, that's what it is. The puzzles are a little bit more observant, but they're not particularly difficult. Nothing crazy like the chronoplast on the last stage of the first game. I think I need to be moving around this shit. Like it produces light on its own now that it's charged, I think. Maybe not. Guys fighting over this. This whole forge thing, about like who built the forges, that's what is kind of confusing to me, at least. That's the only thing that is kind of confusing to me in the game. Nice. It's a big fucking cookie. The Squid Game cookie. Okay, I guess we could put this shit here. And it's gonna help me project light. If I shoot the shit on the top of the roof. There's nothing at the top of the roof. But I mean, I didn't enter the other route. So now we can go the other route. Possibly no way that I can do anything over there, but we'll see. It's weird because the whole temple there was only one set point like outside the fucking temple. Technically you're fucked. If you wanted to stop here, you couldn't be, you wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I can stop anytime I want as a fucking switch. But at the time that would have sucked. It's time to leave the console on again, Mom. No, if you see the light, don't bother with the light. It's fine. I left it on purpose. It's gonna be out when it's out, okay? Hey. I'll come back after school. Let me see. Yeah, I'll pay attention for it. No, it's not the same energy as the fridge. It's actually way less. It's not gonna spike up the fucking electricity bill. Oh, even though it was. It totally fucking was. Oh. God damn it, what the fuck are these like, so why is it that their swords are like, oh fuck, I forgot about that execution. What the fuck? What the? Yeah, you told me that. That it didn't make sense to me because what you said, and this is your fucking words, you said like I was scared. And I was like, how can you be scared of some fucking light? I was like, it doesn't. I was like, maybe scared of the idea that that is gonna like, I don't know, like burn something is good. Like, why is that? I don't get it. Like, what was on about the red light? You were worried that it was gonna like malfunction at some point. That's my only concern. But just because the red light was too ominous, like illuminating the fucking the room, and you were like, God damn. Oh look, this is pretty cool. So I'm projecting a shadow that is gonna be my bridge. Nothing from Nintendo. I think maybe wasn't the Super Nintendo? No, yeah, you're right. I think the Sega was like that. Maybe why I was accustomed to. I think the Sega had a red light once you hooked it in, and then you will just turn it on. It would turn green. I think. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it was. Or maybe it just turns on a little bit. Yeah, the Xbox, it was, yeah, no standby light. But I don't know, I mean, you had the button in the back. So I don't get it. Like at that point, just shoot projectiles at puzzle objects. I mean, I did. Oh, fuck, I didn't see the one at the top. Yeah, because I mean, sometimes I was wary whenever I was gonna like you never had a light also as well, like it was just not a thing. Because I would get worried about it sometimes, but if I was like gonna go out of town like for like more than 2 days and I was not gonna be home, so I've left it like on standby most of the time because it was like, well, I'm gonna play it again in a few hours. I was like, what the fuck's the point? And that's what I think it said on the manual, is like, it's just kind of like a security for power surge kind of thing. It's just like, yeah, if you're gonna go be gone for a while, just fucking like turn it on. And I will flip the switch on the back. And that was it. And then at some point I just started doing it that every time I will like turn the PS2 off. And went from there. I just wanna go up. My moon bridge. Here we go. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I guess we can jump over. Okay, that's where I need to put on the light. Fuck, should I just go like try everything? There you go. Now I'm going to the bottom floor, which is where I was, and now the moon becomes a full moon. And it's gonna power up this. Yeah, it's gonna power up the fucking forge. So I think this temple is done. Technically, this is one of the quickest one. I remember the dark one being. Wait, this is the dark one. I was right. The Shadow Temple goes first, and not the fucking Gerudo Temple. Actually, the order of how you do the temple, the last two temples, I feel like speaks a lot about you. But I will always do Gerudo first. The Shadow Temple was always the last one. It was also the darker one. It just felt like it fit the tone. So straight after that, you go to Ganon's castle. Oh.
I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted.
Like seeing a bad coochie, you just instinctively put it in.
And I, merely its helpless puppet.
You were drawn to the flesh. My loins ache for you.
And devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me. And I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
That's why I didn't do the side quests on the other... on the first game. Because it gave you a bunch of like the Fire Reaver and the Red Reaver, I think it was, and a bunch of other bullshit that to me it didn't make sense. Like technically this is the first time that you're forging the Reaver with like elements or different stuff. And it has skills. Each Reaver has a particular use of like skills for like puzzles and I think for combat as well. I just can't...
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Yeah, because I think every time you travel to the Spectral Realm, it just resets. Yeah, you don't need to like go into the menu to activate the Reaver. You just press A twice, which is something that I remember instinctively. No, I think you get like 3 different Reavers maybe on this game. This fucking thing, wait. Okay, let me see if this is the one that I'm thinking of.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other.
You get like 3 or 4. You get the Air Reaver, the Fire Reaver,
Sealing that other ancient shrine.
this, and the Light Reaver. So I think 4 more.
Outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
So C is telling me, Lee, we should go back to the Sarafan stronghold. Shoot those fucking crystals, see what's up. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do, because there's one fucking movie that I want to see before I leave for the day. I think this... I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but there was a tremendous glitch in here. Why warning? There's no seizure warning? This, I remember this was a big fucking thing. Since you can only save outside, a lot of the times this door was just closed as if you already opened it to like exit the temple, because once you exit it closes forever. You can't go again, like you can't re-enter. So too many times I will become trapped in here, and then I will have to load the game that was like outside of the temple, do all the fucking puzzles again, and see if it wouldn't mess up. Which could still happen. Okay, because sometimes that's what will happen. The animation of the door wouldn't open, and Raziel was just like standing there, and then the door will do that. You see what it did?
Excuse for a savior?
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the pillars' destruction?
You see how this guy evolved instead of like Cain?
Neither.
Very well.
I guess that suffices.
Other side of the coin.
Why is everyone obsessed with coins?
And watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same...
Yeah, this is the apathetic Borador. He just gave up, which is the one in Blood Omen 1.
This cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Sarafan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained. sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Yeah, he the trick of like saving and reloading doesn't help here because we don't have a hub area, so we're always traveling by foot, backtracking. Oh, I think so, right? No, I mean he is telling the truth. He's saying like, dude, this. He's just not sure because I mean he doesn't seem like Raziel doesn't know. So he's like, well, I kind of know what you are, but I hope that this is the right way. I mean, I know it's the right way, but it just he made it seem like maybe there was a puzzle or some sort. I think I'm going back to where I was. Yes, we're going back. Fuck, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like Border, like you can see how his like physical appearance evolves kind of the same way as Kane did, because he's just sold. It's just that he gets killed by Mobius. Yeah, around 30 to 20 years from now. What the fuck? Okay. It seems this was not the right way to go. No, I mean, on this point, he doesn't even know Kane. So on this point, yeah, he's not aware of him. But once he meets him on the first game, he acknowledges him and he's like, cool, because I mean, technically he's the only other vampire. Is this the right fucking way to go? I feel like this is like going backwards. I'm so confused. I'm just trying to find my way. He wasn't. You're thinking of the old mythical vampires, but that they need to be bitten to like turn into vampires. It's like Kane. He turned Raziel and the Brethren like into vampires, not by biting them, but by giving them a part of his soul and passing on the dark gift. But Kane was kind of the same way. He was created by a sorcerer. which was one of the guardians of the pillars. His name was Mortanius. But he was the one that brought him back to life. Ooh, and turned him into a vampire. But Mortanius was human. He was just a sorcerer. It wasn't that he was a vampire. He just knew, since it's a sorcerer, he knew spells and shit, and he can turn you into a vampire. There's a reason why he knows that, but it gets explained later. I figured it out. I don't think there's upgrades in this game. Like in the first one, where you will find like heart containers or like mosquito fucking those incenses that you like burn and they go away.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a...
More inquisitive now.
You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections.
It's exactly what he's fucking doing.
Carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your...
The only reason that the tentacles are reaching up is because he's trying to tear the fucking murals down so that no one else can see them.
Am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Listen to me, boy. He's always trying to threaten you at this point, but he makes it because supposedly he's your creator, so he's making it seem like he can do some kind of shit to you, but no, he can't. I wonder how long is a speedrun of this game. It's probably like 4 hours. I don't remember, like maybe as a kid I wasn't like accustomed to doing this. Just running away from monsters. Maybe I kill every single one of this, because I know that this game, like if you put like the cinematics together, it's like 2 hours. So that's why I was saying 4 hours, unless I don't know if you can skip the cinematics. But let's say if you can, then it's 2 hours. Especially with the backward jumping and all that. Backward jumping through the stairs and shit like that. Just like, oh. Oh, like a sequence break? I'm not... Maybe. It's only puzzles. Like, technically you need stuff, but that magical of a thing is not really. Usually is because you have an inventory and you have items and you have like hex code that can be like changed and shit, but in here I don't see that happening, but it could be. We're back. I'm literally just running. You're eating my soul. Those are my soul. Give me back my soul, you bitch. I just went into the spectral realm to look at this whole thing, and the pillars are something that you can't shift, or it never shifts really with the spectral realm. It's kind of cool. Fuck. camera, man, is up my ass. Barely see. I remember that you could do like projection shit, or maybe it was in Defiance where they started giving you skills with the. They saw me immediately. I'm running from dogs. Where they give you like abilities. I remember that the Shadow or the Dark Reaver will like make you invisible. But I don't remember if it's in this game or the other. You see, I lost the Reaver because I went into the Spectral Realm. So I need to reactivate it with the Basin. The Basin Forge looking thing. In the first game, it will sustain me. It will keep my health at full capacity. Here it doesn't give a shit. It's just eating away at me. Too good. I remember this fucking road. This road is especially excruciating at the end of the game because then they started. They start doing like gates, kind of like what Devil May Cry will do years later, where you enter a room and a magical fucking wall appears, and you're just fucked. Like you have to defeat all the enemies in order to move forward. There's a button in here now. Oh, wait. Yeah, like God of War. God of Water. God of War. God of the Wahicas. Let's see. I might have to leave it here though. Because I feel like it seems like maybe I fucked up. Maybe there's another temple where I was supposed to get the light Reaver, because this shit is here. That's not the signal of the Dark Reaver. And it felt like it was too easy. Ladies obsessed. Or maybe not. I mean, maybe this should be open. One of these gates should be open still. Because I went through here. There you go, there's a fire, a dark forge. Fuck! How sleepy are you? You gotta do something tomorrow? Whoop. Let's see how this works. So now we can... Yep, I gotta get the fucking... Oh, shit. I can't fully go through until I go to the shrine and get the light Reaver. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't remember the game being particularly long, only because of the, again, cinematics. But I think you get 2 Reavers here, then you travel into the past. You get another 2 Reavers, and then you're done. I think you only travel in time twice. No, once. And then that's it, you're done. But yeah, I just want to see the entrance and then I'll leave it on. Yep, I remember this. Because me, I've been getting sleepy at work, so I don't want to push it. Like, this whole day was just tiring. And it sucks because as soon as I get home, I don't get sleepy. But now I feel like I'm getting sleepy, so it should be a good way to end the stream right now. We did a lot of progress.
These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Right, this is what it's made for puzzles. You create shadow bridges or shadow like structures, not just bridges, but you start creating other bullshit. But you see how many like signals are there at the top? That's the amount of Reavers that they are. But in this game, I believe you only get 4. But I mean, yeah, there's a Reaver for each and every pillar in theory. Oh, it's temporary. All right. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm also compelled to just like do some of the puzzles before starting the stream, but we'll see. Maybe not. This is part of the fun. And the puzzles are not that complicated. As you could see, it was fine. Well, great. You can feel it. You can see how the story starts to develop. And yeah, how can you I totally get it, how it can be like a little bit overbearing. Like it demands a lot of attention, and then you start seeing like you're like, wait a minute, who is he? And what did he do? And what is that? And but I'm here to explain. As long as like the correct questions, I guess, are asked, so it should be fine. But that was definitely fun. I liked it. I'm satisfied with it. Just need to figure out how to make this fucking thing work. The mixer. So I can do my spectral voice. But we'll see. See you in the land of Nosgood, my friend. We'll keep in touch. We'll see how it goes. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Get your soul reaved.